Kimberley Walsh has admitted that a Girls Aloud reunion in the near future wouldn't feel right without their late bandmate Sarah Harding. Sarah sadly passed away in September last year, aged just 39, following a battle with breast cancer. And in an exclusive interview with Mail Online amid her support of the launch of the Love Your Local Theatre campaign, Kimberley, 40, opened up about the girl group's bittersweet 20th anniversary this year, revealing how they are not in the right headspace to consider marking the occasion in a big way. Girls Aloud formed on November 30, 2002 in front of millions of viewers on ITV show Pop Stars, The Rivals, fast becoming one of the biggest girl bands in the world, going on to bag 4 #1 singles, 2 #1 albums and countless award nominations. And as fans around the globe prepare to celebrate 2 decades of Girls Aloud, it's not surprising that Kimberley, Nicola Roberts, Cheryl and Nadine Coyle are not ready for a big fanfare following the loss of their friend and bandmate just 5 months ago. Discussing their big anniversary, Kimberley explained that though it's unlikely the girls will do something publicly, they will probably to mark the occasion privately and reminisce about all the years they've spent together. She explained, "We're not really in that headspace at the moment. It's amazing that we're coming up to 20 years and there'll be lots of reminiscing personally for us as a group. The 4 of I'm sure will be looking back at old memories. But I think that our heads are not in a space to be doing anything as a band. It wouldn't feel right without Sarah. But yeah, we'll definitely be doing lots of reminiscing. It's amazing that it's been that long. 20 years, it's crazy." Kimberley added that for the remaining members, the occasion will be significantly poignant, adding, "It feels like quite a big landmark for us, it's going to be very bittersweet. But we'll just deal with it as best as we can at the time." Noting that Girls Aloud fans will be supportive of their decision, Kimberley continued, "We know much the fans would obviously love for us to do something, but I think they'd totally understand how difficult it would be." Meanwhile, though Kimberley's heart lies with being on the stage, the mother of 3 told how her move into television presenting is the natural progression for her, especially in the wake of her being named a regular presenter of Morning Live. She explained, "It feels like a natural progression to where I'm at in my life. I was chatting about it today and someone told me that I got into Girls Aloud at the age of 20, started my first professional role in theatre at the age of 30 and then now presenting at 40, so there's a bit of a 10-year thing going on here. Each 10 years I seem to try a new thing, so it does feel like a nice progression and I really love being on the show." And as her professional life is at a settled and comfortable stage, so too is her family life, with Kimberley revealing her brood is now complete thanks to the addition of her 3rd son Nate, who was born in May last year. The Call the Shots hitmaker shares 8-month-old Nate, Bobby, 7 and Cole, 5, with husband Justin Scott, 39, and has no more plans to welcome any more children. When asked if she'd like to have a little girl, she replied, "Oh gosh, no. No, I'm done." The natural question to be asked if you've got 2 of the same sex is, are you going to have another and try for a girl? But it wasn't really about that for me. I've always wanted a big family and knew that I'd always definitely wanted more than 2 children, but I feel like I've got my brood now. The older ones are growing up and needed so much more of my attention. And I'm loving getting to know their little personalities. They're growing more and more every day and I don't want to miss any of that." She added, "I share myself with 3 already. I'm not sure if I could share myself between 4. One whether she'd ever considered gender selection to have a girl," the star explained. Thankfully I don't have that feeling, I've never felt that way. Whenever I've had a baby I've never known what I was having, and I've always felt whatever baby I have is what I was meant to have. And with 3 little boys in her life, it makes for the perfect playdates with her pal Cheryl's little boy Bear, who turns 5 next month, with Kimberley adding Cheryl was the first person she visited when lockdown restrictions lifted. "I had the kids and the boys had each other, but obviously they were desperate to see Bear and catch up," she said. "But we see each other regularly, we always have done, before kids, after kids. It's great that we've got boys that are all similar ages and they genuinely love seeing each other, which is really nice for us. It's like the next chapter. Being at the same stage in life is really nice." And while friendships and family play a huge role in Kimberley's world, her first love will always be the theatre, with the beauty having got the bug after she performed at the Manchester Palace Theatre at aged just 12. Discussing her love for the stage, Kimberley gushed, "Even in my career in Girls Aloud, I always knew that I would love to come back to theatre. I was lucky enough to perform in the West End and be a leading lady in many shows in and out of the West End, and I just love it." So it is little wonder she is so passionate about the National Lottery and UK Theatre's new campaign, Love Your Local Theatre, which aims to encourage people to return and support their local theatres, as they recover from the impact of COVID-19. Discussing the initiative, Kimberley explained, "It's the biggest 2-for-1 theatre ticket giveaway that's been, and it's come at a perfect time as the theatre industry is one that has struggled massively over the course of this pandemic. It's just so important that they get some help and some funding to get those audiences filled up to capacity again." Kimberley, who has starred in musicals including Shrek, Elf, and Sleepless in Seattle, added that amid the pandemic, theaters haven't received a great deal of support. The lottery are putting nearly £2 million to subsidise over 150,000 tickets into this initiative, so I think it's much needed. She added, "As part of the campaign, we are so privileged to have so many incredible theatres and entertainment venues across the UK. I have been lucky enough to perform in many of them. Without our local theatres, the face of UK entertainment would look very different, and it's amazing the National Lottery is providing £2 million to support them." The entertainment industry was particularly impacted by the pandemic, and that's why the Love Your Local Theatre campaign is so important in supporting their recovery. The Love Your Theatre campaign launches next week, with 2-for-1 tickets on sale now at Love Your Theatre. .com for March shows at over 100 participating theatres UK-wide.